manager in mobile division. I don't want to talk about blood cell computer. It's too distant future in my opinion, and maybe has some ethical issues as well. But I want to talk about our current situation. Where are we going? Not just Samsung, but all the wearables devices industry. First of all, what's wearables? We define wearables as any computing devices that you wear on your own body. Not in your pocket, not in your bag, just on your body. Now it's smartwatches, it's different kinds of fitness bands, some medical sensors sometimes. And of course it's very personal devices. In fact, we used to call personal computing almost any computing device since the introduction of personal PC. First kind of personal device was desktop PC. Of course it was just kind of personal because you can take it with you. Next step in personal computing was laptops. It's the same as desktop PC in performance, in capabilities, but you can take it with you in your bag. First of all, how I defined what is the main device now, why I'm talking about switching from desktops to laptops to smartphones. Main device is device that fulfill most of your needs. That you can, that not just can, that you use more frequently than other devices. 20 years ago, of course, it was desktop PCs. For example, if you need to check your email, to do some work, to watch a movie, read electronic book, you have to use desktop PC. Then laptops became powerful enough so you can use your laptop instead of desktop PC. 20 years ago, laptops was weak. You can use it on business trips for some tests, but you can't replace your desktop PC with your laptop. Now you can do it. Not just now, but for example 10 years ago. Then smartphones. And now I guess no one here with notebook. I see no one with notebook here. Because we have our smartphones, we have our tablets, and we can replace our laptops in most scenarios, real life scenarios, with our smartphone. If I have to read some email or write some email, I don't need desktop PC, I don't need laptop. I have my smartphone. So now we are on smartphones and sometimes on tablets. And the next step is smartwatches. Smartwatches and maybe some future devices, maybe devices embedded in our blood, I don't know. The main point here is that not just in a few years, but even right now, we can use smartwatch to replace the typical smartphone tasks. For example, if I have some incoming email right now, I don't need my desktop PC, I don't need my laptop, I don't need my smartphone. I can read it on my watch, I can dismiss it from my watch, mark as read, or I can switch to smartphone to reply to it. Or I can use voice recognition on my smartwatch to reply with my voice. It's honestly, no, it's not working well right now, but I guess in a few years natural voice recognition will be really good to use it in most cases without need for some physical on-screen keyboards and so on. What I'm saying is that we are switching to new kind of devices, laptops, smartphones, wearables, not because it's some new geeky tech, not just because we have it now, but because we have devices that can fulfill our needs most of the times, 90% of our needs. So the next step obviously is wearables, because now we have wearables powerful enough to use it for our daily tasks, most of our daily tasks. And more to say, with wearables we have a lot of new possibilities. Not possible with smartphones, not possible with laptops. For example, biometrics. Health sensors, fitness centers, fitness trackers. I'm experimenting with such application as Sleep as Android. It's a kind of smart alarm clock on my smartphone. If I run it on my smartphone, it's asking me to put smartphone in my bed, so it can track my sleep. It's inconvenient. It's possible, but inconvenient. Same with, for example, with speedometers. For some biometrics, like heart rate monitors, yes, it's possible to do with smartphone, but it's inconvenient. With wearables, it's not just become convenient, it's natural. It's always on my wrist. So, for example, it can track my pulse, heart rate, it can track my steps, everything. Talking about figures, right now market is not big enough, isn't really big. It's you can see it, but it's for this year forecast is 19 million devices, all kinds of wearable devices, including fitness trackers, smartwatches, and so on. And now we have 71% of wearable devices market. Of course, mostly it's smartwatches, but we have fitness tracker, one model as well. IDC forecast for the next 4 years is more than 5 times growth, up to 100 and let's say 120 million devices. And I guess they are underestimating it. IDC is really well known for their underestimations. They tried to predict smartphone market 6 years ago. They missed by few times, 3 or 4 times. Now smartphone market is 3 or 4 times bigger than their forecasts. But what are directions to grow? Why are we growing? Why are the market are growing? How to make it grow? How to be successful in this market? First of all, we have to rethink what the user interface is. With smartphones, laptops, and all our previous computing devices, we used to think that user interface it's icons, menus, and so on. But icons and menus on such tiny screen? No way, just no way. Now user interface it's more human-like interaction with between you and device. With smartwatches, it's for example, what's now is already implemented. It's touchscreen gesture control. Gestures, not buttons, not icons. It's shake move control. For example, if I want to dismiss a call or email or any notification without touching any buttons, just shake my hand and that's it. Next steps, what can be the next steps? Above the screen gesture control. For example, we already have it in our flagship smartphones. Just wave your hand over the device. For example, to dismiss the call. Natural voice recognition. We already have technologies for natural voice recognition. For Samsung, it's S-Voice, Siri, Apple, Google Voice. But now they are not perfect. First, you need really fast, really good internet connection because all the recognition made on some servers. And really, it's not very good, for example, for replying to letter with some free text, not just simple comments. But I guess in a few years, natural voice recognition will be good enough, so you can just talk to your device and say to your device what you needed to do, anything. Maybe next step, not implemented now at all, muscle movements and maybe even brain waves recognition. Industry had some devices a few years ago tried to recognize brain waves, some on headbands. I tried it, not very reliable, but it was a few years ago, 5 years ago maybe. I guess in a few years we will have something like Google Glass, but you don't have to say, okay, Google, okay, glass. You'll have to think about it, maybe just move your ear, if you know how to move your ear. It will be a problem for me, I don't know how to do it. But user interface is kind of a different thing, completely different thing with smartwatches. Don't try to put small icons, rows of small icons on 1-inch screen. Another direction is form factor. We don't know the perfect form factor for smartwatches yet. Not just smartwatches, any wearables. Now we are trying to imitate some just electronic watches. Some companies, I guess everyone heard about Moto 360 model. They are trying to imitate real mechanical watches. But it's not necessary to imitate something from the past. First of all, smartwatch and any wearables, it's a kind of fashion accessory. It's not just geeky device, it's kind of fashion accessory. With Samsung, we have now 3 running models of our smartwatches. 2 models, they just look like regular electronic watches, and 1 model is kind of a band with a curved OLED screen. And the 3rd model is the most popular. People like not just its functionality, CPU power, memory size, all the buzzwords, irrelevant buzzwords, but they like how it looks, how it feels. We are looking for new smartwatch wearables form factors. Everybody is looking for it. We don't know what will be next. Maybe modular devices. Me myself, I don't believe in modular devices really. Consumers don't want to think which modules should I buy. They want to buy some universal device. Just my opinion. Maybe modular is the next. Maybe it will be smartwatches, maybe some kind of bands, maybe some kind of glasses. But in fact, now we don't have any limitations. Technically, we are advanced enough to produce almost any form factor. We are not limited. For example, smartphone form factor is limited by the screen. Modern smartphone, it's just a big screen with everything attached to it. With smartwatches, because screen is not main part of user interface, it's not the only part of user interface, as I said before, we are not limited. I don't know, maybe in 10 years we will have blood cell computing, maybe contact lenses, I don't know, maybe some other kind of implants or not implants. Third, integration. That's why I personally don't like modular systems. People do not like specialized devices. Specialized tools are good for professional workers. Better to have a lot of screwdrivers than one universal screwdriver. Universal screwdriver is not for professional. But consumers do not like specialized devices. I do not have place on my wrist for heart rate monitor plus fitness tracker plus some kind of smartwatch plus something else. I want everything to be in one device. And in my opinion, it's a really good future for specialized functions. For example, medical bands, really good, really useful devices. But for me, it's inconvenient to say that I need some kind of medical sensor on me. Maybe my doctor said that I need it, but I don't like it. But if medical sensor is integrated into smartwatch, I'm buying smartwatch, not some kind of weird sensors. And all the sensors are already inside it. Right now, our Gear 2, if I may say so, is the most integrated smartwatch on the market. It's just smartwatch, plus it's hands-free, plus it's digital camera, plus infrared transmitter if you are sitting in some cafe with their television show going at full volume as usual. You can use your Gear 2 to turn it off. Really useful function. It's a fitness tracker, it's not just pedometer, but it's also heart rate monitor. In the future, I don't know which sensors will be available in 5 years. Maybe, for example, non-invasive glucose sensor. If some company will invent non-invasive glucose sensor, I guess they'll have hundreds of millions of purchasers all over the world. Right now, such technology is impossible, but it's just now. And my time is running out. The last thing I want to say is for developers, I guess there are a lot of developers here. Right now we are promoting our smartwatches based on Tizen operating system. Frankly speaking, it's a developer's nightmare. We have Android smartwatches, Samsung smartwatches based on Android, Galaxy Gear, Sony smartwatches, some B brands. Second operation system is Tizen. In a few months we'll have third operation system, Android Wear, and maybe in a few months we'll have something from Apple. Developer's nightmare, but anyway, right now we have a challenge for developing apps for our Gear lineup based on Tizen. With more than $1 million in prizes, if you are a developer, and if you want to work with Tizen, please register. You can see the URL. Oh, you can see it here. Of course. Please register, please submit, please contact us, and please develop new, old, any kind of applications for our devices. Thank you.
I want a Samsung Fit thing, but I have this phone. Why can't you not open it up?
Of course, you know about marketing part, we want to promote our phones. Technical part that our watches is kind of tightly integrated with our smartphones. Right now I'm trying Pebble still on me. Really has some problems with the integration with my smartphone, because for example, to get SMS notifications right and to dismiss it, to be able to dismiss it from my phone, I had to try something like 3 or 4 applications, 3 or 4 notification centers. So it's not just marketing, it's kind of technical problem too. But we may switch any day, any moment.
Come on.